Hey everybody, happy Friday. Today is Friday, May 4th. It's May the 4th be with you. I realize this is an unscheduled show. We have a show tonight at the Citrus Club, Friday Night Live. May the 4th be with you. If you're a Star Wars fan, you get it. If you're not, Google it. But I have had something that has been weighing on my heart a lot lately. And after I had the umpteenth friend last night, yes, anybody who's coming on, let me know you can hear me and see me. I had a friend last night who was talking about how they felt worth less. They had no value. And so I think that's Alana. Stacy's on. Just let me know you can hear me and see me. Hey, Alana, happy Friday. That has to be at least double digits of people in the past month, 2 months that have come to me and said, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel like I have any value. And it really motivated me last night more than ever because this particular person had suicidal thoughts. And they're not the first person. They're certainly not even the 5th or 10th person in the past 2 months who have expressed that to me. And so I just felt like it was so critical to give some people some freedom. So I'm calling this Freedom Fridays, and we're going to address a topic, talk about freedom, how to free you from some of these negative thoughts that you have. And I know you have them because I have them, and everyone has them. And that's the first thing I want to talk about is these particular people said to me, everybody else is doing amazing. Everyone else is doing well. They all seem like they have it together. And my first thought was to laugh, not at the person, but to say, oh my God, you are so wrong. Everybody's a mess. We're all a beautiful mess. But the problem is that when you're being told that you have no value, when you're being told that you're not worth anything, when you are being attacked, when the people who love you are treating you the worst, when the people who work with you or who are in your philanthropy or who are in your soccer team, I don't care what it is, when they are not treating you the way that you're supposed to be treated, when they are not giving you the love that you're supposed to get, and you feel like you're the only person in the world, it is overwhelming. And so my message to them, to the people that I've been talking to, mentoring, just being an ear for and a heart for, is that they are worthy. And this is coming from them. They have to make a decision to not allow those people, those voices, their own internal voices and the voices within their group to not get to them like they're getting to them. Now, that sounds easy. It's not. I have my days where people who I love, I feel like, man, if they would just understand what I'm going through for a minute, they wouldn't say that to me. And it does. It can diminish your light. It can diminish your shine. And what I want you to know is that everybody goes through that. But what I want to encourage you to know also is that your self-worth is there. You are worthy. And what you have to do, what I encourage you to do, is to stop listening to them. And we talked about this the last time I got really kind of in a mood and wanted to talk about toxicity. You all have to cut that out. And if that means you have to get off social media, if that means you have to cut a friend out, a family member out, somebody out so that you're not listening to it all the time, so that I'm not worried at 3 o'clock in the morning or anybody else that you're actually going to take the action and end your life over what you think other people think about you or what your own crazy head is telling you that you're not worth it, then I know that we need to make a shift, a change in the way that we treat people, the way that we think about people, the way that we think about ourselves. And I'm the first one. I will tell you that I go through my moments. Everybody says, Ted, you're always so upbeat. You're always in a good mood. And that is true. I am. But there are moments when people really hit my button. And if they hit my button at the wrong place at the wrong time, then I start to have the doubts that these people have. I start to have the doubts that you all have. You're right, Danielle, you're worth it. And so Danielle is on and she can tell you that's her organization. If you get to the point where you're at the end of the rope and you are listening to those voices and you are thinking that it is better to end your life, and then to go on and try to find your worth, I literally, self-doubt is a habit, John. I want you to think again. I want you to reach out. And that's the thing that I want to empower the people that are listening to. Because you go through it, but think about the people that you think are strong that are not struggling at all. I want you to reach out to them. If you haven't heard from somebody in a while, reach out. If you know a friend is going through something, a loss, they don't seem like themselves, they feel like they look like or they act like that something is not right, Reach out. It's a text. Hey, Marlon. It's a text. It's a call. Pick up the phone and call people. You know I'm not a person about phone calls, right? But I tell you, if I got the sense that something was wrong, I would make the call. And you will regret it. Ask some of the people who have regretted it. I have so many friends who've lost children, brothers and sisters, parents, because they have not done that phone call. And so what we have to do is we have to figure out how to reach out to those people and look at the clues. We have to figure out how it is that we are going to reach them. And then we have to be acceptable of it or receptive to it when it comes in. My friend last night said, listen, I feel like I'm not worthy when I'm in a group. I don't feel good about myself. I just want to end it all. And my thing to this person was, so you don't have, everybody sounds like they are doing wonderfully. Have you really thought about it? You know these people. People put on a facade. Sometimes they put stuff on. Look at Facebook. We all know that that's BS 99% of the time. Not everybody's life is hunky-dory, and they're not all making these amazing meals. I'm telling you, it is so, thank you, Lou, it's so critical to just reach out and ask. I have people that will tell me, because I think I'm a pretty strong person, I have people that will tell me, yes, Robin Williams is a prime example, John. People say, oh my God, you never have a bad day. That is terrible, but I don't want to have a bad day just to prove to them that I have had a bad day. But don't assume that. I have my weaknesses. I cry. I get upset. I get down. And it would be lovely to have somebody reach out to me and say, hey, listen, are you all right? I haven't heard from you in a while. And that's why I do a lot of check-ins. Those of you who know me, I'll say, checking on you. It's really just a, hey, what's up? Because we all have these mental things that are going on. And then we, of course, are our own worst enemy. So I want to encourage you to reach out to that person you haven't heard from. Tell that person that you love them, you haven't heard, that you haven't said it in a while. Tell them that they're not alone in this. And I also want to go to value really quick, because as I'm launching my program, I'm going out, I'm taking a leap of faith, I'm doing new things. I have to assign a value to myself, and that can be very difficult. But I want to tell you, you're valuable. You bring value to every conversation you're in, every relationship you're in. Don't let anyone take that value away from you. If you know, and you do, you know what you're good at, you know what you bring to that relationship, then I want you to demand, you need to demand it. Demand that value that you bring. And if that means money, if that means success, if that means going to the relationship and knowing, okay, I've got to get out of it if they're not going to listen to me, whatever that value is, I want you to take that value and run with it. I want you to do the things that you're supposed to do. That's right, Danielle. Don't ever let anybody tell you what your worth is, because you are valuable and you are worth it. I want you to hear me. There are many of you out there, some of you on this, I'm watching, some of you on here, you're the ones. I'm the one too. And everybody else on here has gone through it and thought it. John Marone, who's on, talked about how he was in a situation where it just felt like he was constantly being beaten down with something that he was dealing with, and there was nothing that he could do. And then it continued to mess with his psyche. It messes with you. If you don't feel worthy or valuable, guess what? You don't want to get up in the morning. You want to be in the fetal position all day. You don't want to have relationships. You don't want to socialize. You just want to think of how you can just get rid of all of this. And sometimes that leads you down a path. And Maxine, you're right. It's not all lovey-dovey. Not everything. Like Maxine, she comes in on the show. She's amazing. She looks beautiful. She's great. You go into the restaurant. She's so engaged. But it's a challenge. Everybody, every single one of you has a challenge you're going through that other people don't know about it. I'm not saying go on social media and blast all of your challenges, but you have to have the people that you can trust, that you can talk to stuff about. And if you don't have those people, reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with people, or I'll be your person. I'm telling you, it is the worst thing to go to sleep at night or to try to lie there awake. This is not why I have insomnia, by the way. Lie there awake, though. I've had nights where I'm there and I'm thinking, nobody knows what I'm going through. So that's what I'm hearing a lot. Yes, we all need an outlet, Marlon. You're right. We have to have an outlet. So I'm just saying, please, You need the outlet, so if you need it, guess what? Those people in your world need it too. So if you're not getting what you think you should be getting, make the change, make the adjustment, but also think about the people that you love that are probably going through something too, and they're not getting it either. So wouldn't it be awesome if we would just communicate with each other, if we would just take that extra minute and say, hey, how are you doing, Tony Figueroa, who just popped on? Or how are you doing, Stu Calderwood, who just popped on? How are you? Everything good? What's up in your world? It takes a second, because I tell you that is so important to the person on the receiving end to hear it, because it might be that you're the first person to check on them in God knows how long, or to even ask them, how are you doing? And really mean it. Tell the people you love them that you love them. Hug them. Tell people what you're feeling and ask them how they're doing. So don't forget, you are worthy and you have value. And I will take that to my grave, and I will protect you, and I will defend you, and I want you to do the same for yourself and your loved ones and the people that matter to you. Anyway, that's Freedom Friday for today. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend.